Ladies and gentlemen, former President Donald Trump was indicted, and Trump indicted on 7 charges in classified documents probe. NBC News. The former president made the announcement on a social media platform Thursday night. This is a very sad and pathetic attempt by his direct political rivals who've utilized the United States government to knock him out or stop him in 2024. This has literally nothing to do with the rule of law. The person he defeated in 2016, Hillary Clinton, had servers, private, secret servers, siphoning classified data onto 2009 technology and cell phones. So you had 2008 technology, but it really doesn't matter. If you did that today, it would still be as harmful for national security. Clinton had actual servers transferring emails from the U.S. government outside the U.S. government, according to the Honorable James Comey. And she was able to receive these emails on her cell phone, on her computers. The servers had nothing to do with private email, but her emails. The servers were outside of the U.S. government. How they obtained classified data from inside the U.S. government, nobody knows. It's a cybersecurity nightmare, and it's a criminal offense. It's a felon, obviously endless felonies for 4 years. It is impossible from a cybersecurity perspective to transfer top secret and special access program and classified data from the U.S. government onto secret private servers. Okay. No intent was found by the Honorable Federal Bureau of Investigation Director. You don't even need intent. Then, the Bureau got hardware completely deleted, broken, destroyed, and obliterated by hammers. Or I didn't even get that. Okay, so you want to talk about obstruction. But here you have Trump, who was working with his team of attorneys as a former president with the power to declassify. And this is a second indictment. They impeached him twice. You'll have a third indictment and a fourth indictment. One in by Democrats in Georgia, maybe, and one by maybe one in D.C. Who knows? He'll go into 24 with 4 or 5 indictments, and it won't matter. He'll probably go up in the polls right after this indictment, too. He's the Keystone Cops of politics. The Democratic Party are going after him. But anyway, we know had nothing to do with the rule of law. If the rule of law had any bearing in this case, you would have already had Clinton indicted. By the way, the people on the left, because I was on the left at that time, my whole life really, up until about 5 years ago, became conservative on a lot of things, supported President Trump 2 years ago and will continue to do so because we had record low poverty with Trump, and he brought Americans home from never-ending military conflict, and we had record highs in household median income. Best president in my lifetime, best president in your lifetime, even if perhaps you despise him in terms of the economy and in terms of foreign policy. If you're a wonderful, morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrat and you're jumping in the streets today, know that from a traditional liberal perspective, the man was an amazing president. Had any Democrat presided over his economic triumph as president, 2019, we had record highs in household median income and a record low in poverty. His last year in office, Democratic governors tanked their state economies. Not his fault. Not his fault at all. You'd be happy. But anyway, Washington, a federal grand jury has indicted Donald Trump on several criminal charges in connection with his mishandling of more than 100 classified documents, making the twice impeached former commander-in-chief. The former president faced criminal charges. Trump said Thursday night his attorneys were informed that he's been indicted on special counsel investigations into his handling of classified documents. 2 sources familiar with the matter confirmed the indictment, with one adding the former president received a summons to appear U.S. District Court On his Truth Social platform, Trump said the corrupt Biden administration has informed my attorneys that I have been indicted, seemingly over the boxes hoax. I don't think he's worried. I don't think he cares. Hit subscribe, by the way, to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. I'll have another segment in a couple of hours before midnight tonight. To read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, and other publications, go to hagoodman.com. My Patreons, thank you. The Super Thanks, thanks you. I'll have a live stream tomorrow at around in the evening, either in the evening or in the day sometime. We'll definitely talk about this tomorrow. So look out for the live stream on this channel. First live stream in a while. The charges mark the second time the former president has been indicted. So the indictments in New York will be thrown out eventually. It's kind of hilarious. You have Democrats in New York. You have a second special counsel. Trump lawyer told CNN a summons they received from the feds include one charge related to the Espionage Act, which is hilarious, several obstruction-based type charges, then false statement charges. So here you have Clinton's team and Biden and Hunter. Hunter was accused of summarizing classified data by Ted Cruz and Chuck Grassley to facilitate business deals. Okay? Nobody in American history made a greater mockery of classified data than President Obama's administration with Clinton, who I think has to be the 24 nominee for the Democratic Party. I don't think you plunge the country into a new Cold War. When President Obama stated the 80s want their foreign policy back to Mitt Romney, and suddenly Democrats become the McCarthy-era Red Scare, protagonists in their own fantasy here. But Trump and his Republican allies focus their response on trying to blame President Biden for even though the investigation has been handled by a separate special counsel. Yeah, okay. I'm going to say this nicely with all due respect. If there's a person on this, in the known universe, in the ever-expanding universe, who thinks that this isn't purely political, that this is about the rule of law, that person would be the greatest imbecile, the most gullible, likely duplicitous and disingenuous human being. This is only about trying to tarnish Trump. They can't do anything more. They're going to indict him probably 2 more times. It ain't going to work. Nobody cares. Everybody knows the double standard that exists. Everybody knows that the hall monitors of American politics, the Democratic Party that will, legislate or look at, everything you said and judge you for even a thought crime, the double standard that exists is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. They don't even care. Democrats don't know what hypocrisy means because they're so used to the arrogance and the hubris and the narcissism is so profound that when they go after Trump in a manner they would never go after Hillary or Biden, they just think it's normal. This is just, Democrats in New York, they're trying to uphold the rule of law. A second special counsel. The first one couldn't get Trump. Where's Biden's 2 special counsels? Okay, for not only the bribery letter today that James Comer obtained, but the classified data and all the other 100+ banking transactions deemed suspicious by financial institutions. We're going into a recession. We have inflation through the roof. And the economy stinks. We have a never-ending military conflict in Europe. It was a moral imperative to have voted for Trump. That invasion would never have taken place with Trump. Biden made 0 effort to stop the invasion. 0. And by the way, he was the point person for that country. Isn't that interesting? Gee, isn't that funny? And it's not funny, it's catastrophic. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. He could be indicted 75 times, just like Biden or Clinton, and Democrats would still vote for them indicted 100 times if the tables were reversed. So why would you not vote for Trump, knowing very well it's like the Empire Strikes Back and Trump is, this marked individual? Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe. Be here in about an hour. I'll have a live stream tomorrow for sure. Thank you so much.